When your dog looks at you, do you know what they actually see? You probably think they see their owner, maybe their provider, or perhaps their master. But the truth is, your dog has never once looked at you and seen a superior being. What they see instead changes everything about how you should bond with them. And most owners have no idea, which means they're missing signals their dog sends every single day. Let's start with what your dog really sees when they look at you. 1. They think you're just another member of their pack. Have you ever wondered why your dog treats you differently than a wolf treats its alpha? No rigid hierarchy, no constant fear of punishment. And honestly, that's not disobedience, that's partnership. Because according to animal behaviorist Brian Hare, who spent years studying how dogs interact with humans, dogs have developed a separate social behavior specifically for us. Wolves didn't, dogs did. When your dog leans against your leg, rests their head on your knee, or looks back at you when they're unsure, they are using the exact same behavior they would use with a trusted family member. In their mind, you are not their owner, you are not their commander, you are just a hairless bipedal member of their colony who somehow ended up in their life. And that honestly might be the biggest compliment they could ever give you, because it means they see you as one of them, not above them, not separate from them, equal. And here's what most people never realize. That belief your dog holds, that you are part of their world, actually shapes something much deeper than just how they greet you at the door. Later in this video, we are going to look at what scientists recently discovered about how that bond physically changes the way your dog handles stress and fear. And when you hear it, the way you see your dog will never be the same. 2. They bring you treasures to share with you. Why does your dog drop a slobbery toy at your feet and stare at you like they just handed you a prize? Most people laugh it off. Some get annoyed by the mess. But what if that moment is actually one of the most selfless things your dog ever does for you? Because here's what's really happening. In the wild, wolves share resources with their pack members, not to show off, to ensure everyone survives. And when your dog does the same thing with you, they are running that exact same instinct, except this time you are the one they're trying to care for. They watch you every day. You never chase anything, you never hunt, you just walk to a cold box and pull food out of a bag. In their eyes, you are incapable, and instead of leaving you behind, they step in. Some dogs start by bringing you their favorite chew toy. Others bring you a stick from the yard to give you a chance to participate. And if your dog has ever dropped a ball at your feet and waited for you to throw it, that could be the domestic version of the same cooperation. Now, to be fair, not every object your dog brings you is a resource share. Sometimes it's just an invitation to bond. My dog, for example, brings me an old rope toy like it's a treasure map so I can tug on it, and he goes pulling against it like his heritage depends on it. So pay attention to the context. If they drop it and wait calmly, that's sharing. If they drop it and bounce around, that's play. Either way, they chose you. And hey, if this is changing the way you see your dog right now, hit like and subscribe so we can help more dog parents understand what their dog has been trying to tell them all along. 3. Your face is only part of the story to your dog. Have you ever held your face right in front of your dog and felt like they were looking straight into your soul? That's because they literally see more than just your features. Anything closer than about a foot from their face is visible, but not in the way you expect. That means every time you lean in for a close moment with your dog, your face is just one piece of a larger puzzle to them. And it doesn't stop at vision either. Dogs see the world in a different color spectrum compared to us. Where humans see crisp reds and greens, your dog sees shades of blue and yellow. So if you've ever wondered whether your dog recognizes your face the way you recognize theirs, the answer is yes, but not just visually. But here's where it gets fascinating. What your dog lacks in color variety, they more than make up for in scent detection. Their nose is built to track the smallest, faintest chemical changes with incredible precision. A shift in your hormones, a change in your mood, the slightest shift in your body language, they catch all of it. And that's exactly why your dog sometimes seems to know you're sad before you even cry. You're sitting still, hiding your face, and they're nudging your hand like they know something is wrong. It's not that they're being intrusive, they genuinely can smell your history. So they rely on smell to find what their eyes can't. And that's actually how they recognize you too. Not just by your face, by how you move, how you sound, and how you smell. Your dog doesn't carry a picture of you in their mind. They carry the entire essence of you. 4. Their bark was amplified just for you. Have you ever stopped to wonder why your dog barks at you so much? Here's something that might surprise you. Adult wolves almost never bark at each other. It's just not part of how they communicate with their pack. They use body language, scent, howling, and growling. But barking, that's reserved for one audience mostly. Puppies bark to get their mother's attention. It's a survival tool, a way to say, I'm hungry, I'm cold, I need you. And as they grow up and leave their mother behind, most wild canines stop doing it entirely, except for one situation. When they live with humans, your dog figured out very early on that you don't read scent the way another dog would. You miss the chemical signals, you ignore the ear positions. You're basically deaf to everything they're trying to say. So they adapted. They brought back the one sound they used as a baby and shaped it just for you. And here's the part most people don't realize. Your dog's bark isn't generic. Over time, they develop a specific vocabulary with their owner. The bark for a stranger doesn't sound like the bark for a squirrel. The bark at the door doesn't sound like the bark when they want to go outside. They built an entire language that only works between the two of you. So when your dog barks at you, don't brush it off. That sound doesn't exist in the wild like this. It was created because your dog decided you were worth the effort. That's not just communication, that's evolution bending in your direction. 5. You are the reason they can fully relax. Have you ever walked into a room and watched your dog go from alert to completely melted in seconds? Ears go soft, eyes half close. They roll onto their back and just breathe. You probably thought they were just tired. But what if you are the reason that shift happens? In recent years, researchers at various universities ran attachment studies on dogs that changed everything we thought we knew. They put dogs in an unfamiliar room with their owner, then removed the owner for a few minutes and brought them back. What they found shocked the scientific community. Over 60% of the dogs showed what psychologists call a secure attachment style. That means when their owner returned, the dog relaxed, explored the room, and went back to being calm. Without their owner, they were stressed, vocal, and withdrawn. Sound familiar? This is the exact same attachment response that human children show with their parents. The same bond, the same emotional wiring. And here's what makes it hit even harder. Remember in the beginning when we talked about how your dog sees you as just another member of their pack? This is what that belief leads to. They don't just see you as an equal, they see you as their safe place. The one presence that tells their entire nervous system that everything is okay. Your dog doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to understand every signal. They just need you to be there. Because to your dog, you are not a human. You are not an owner. You are home. There is a profound silence in the way a dog loves. It is not loud. It is not demanding. It is simply present. When you understand that every glance, every bark, every leaned weight against your leg is a deliberate act of connection, the relationship shifts. It is no longer about training or obedience. It becomes about understanding a language that was built specifically for you. Think about the last time you came home. The way the tail wagged wasn't just excitement. It was a confirmation that you belong to them as much as they belong to you. In a world that is often chaotic and unpredictable, your dog offers a constant. They do not care about your job, your mistakes, or your past. They care only about your presence. This is a rare thing in life. To be seen so clearly, to be loved so completely without condition. When they look at you, they are not judging, they are anchoring, they are reminding you that you are part of something larger than yourself. A pack, a family, a unit. Consider the history that led to this moment. Thousands of years ago, a wolf chose to approach a human fire. That single choice sparked a journey that would change both species forever. Your dog is the living legacy of that choice. Every time they look at you, you are seeing the result of millennia of evolution. They were made for you, and in many ways, you were made for them. Our brains release oxytocin when we look at them, just as theirs do when they look at us. It is a chemical loop of love that has been perfected over generations. So the next time your dog brings you a toy, or barks at a noise, or simply rests their head on your foot, pause. Do not rush the moment. Do not see it as a demand. See it as a gift. See it as a whisper from an ancient past, telling you that you are not alone. They are watching, they are waiting, and they are loving you in the only way they know how. This connection is fragile. It relies on trust, and trust is built in the small moments, the way you speak to them when they make a mistake, the way you comfort them when the thunder rolls, the way you welcome them when you return. These are the bricks of the bond. If you build them with patience, the structure will hold. If you build them with anger, it will crumble. Your dog knows the difference. They feel the tension in your voice. They smell the cortisol in your sweat. They are mirrors to our own emotional states. When you are calm, they are calm. When you are anxious, they are anxious. This is why your presence matters so much. You are not just feeding them, you are regulating them. You are their external nervous system. And when you realize this, the responsibility feels heavy, but the reward is infinite. To be the safe harbor for another living being is a privilege. So let this change how you move through your day. Let it change how you open the door. Let it change how you speak their name. They are listening. They have always been listening. And now, finally, you are beginning to hear them. The mystery of their behavior is not a wall to climb. It is a door to open. And behind that door is a love that is waiting for you to accept it. Not as a master accepts a servant, but as a partner accepts a friend. This is the truth they have been trying to show you. This is the secret hidden in their eyes. You are not alone. You are pack. And that changes everything.